Do you feel that the older that you get, the harder it is to focus? Or you're in this multitasking that is so frustrating because you feel like you're never completing anything. Or somebody interrupts you and you have to move to a different task, and then that task is left. Do you remember to go back to it? That's what we're talking about today. We are going to talk about the frustration of focus and multitasking in midlife. So welcome to Monday Reset.
Welcome to Pinebrook Homestead. My name is Marie, a happy wife with 4 boys, 2 grandchildren, and 1 on the way. I've been a full-time mother and homemaker for 35 years, with the last 9 knee-deep in the changes of midlife. Throughout these years, I've gained wisdom I can't wait to share, plus discuss some of the changes we are facing. Join me as I tackle midlife, gardening to feed our family, cooking from scratch, and frugal living, all sprinkled with some inspiration for you. Have you ever walked into a room to put something away, yet you see something else that needs taken care of, and immediately your focus changes to the new task? You gather those items and leave the room, and you wonder why you ever went into the room in the first place?
Do you have trouble focusing in midlife? I know I do. Do you find that the multitasking is harder these days and you're not getting anything absolutely completed? I know I do. Do you get stopped in all your tasks and get redirected and wonder why you ever went back? That would be me. So, ladies, today, what can we do to nurture ourselves as we're getting older, to still be able to focus and maybe ditch multitasking altogether? I know I am. So let's talk about this today. You know, I listened to a podcast, and I can link the podcast below, that was talking about adrenal fatigue and how we put ourselves in the fight or flight, raising cortisol, stress, all of those things by just rituals that we have. So here's good news. We can actually fix some adrenal fatigue without spending any money, just by changing some rituals. I will link that podcast. Very good, very good. And this person, her name is Jenn Pike, and she is phenomenal on her podcast in perimenopause and menopause support. So, if you like her, please, by all means, go and listen to a lot of her different podcasts. They are very good on women's health in midlife. So, I had a sweet comment that said, I forget who it was from, but a sweet comment that said, "Oh my gosh, I'm 55 and never really considered I'm in midlife." Yeah, we are, unfortunately, but it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. And what I believe we need to do is retrain how we move through our day. So let me explain. For me, the alarm clock either goes off at 4:45 or 5:30. It depends what day it is for me. And it is a blaring alarm clock. I hate it. Every time I hear that alarm clock, my husband is the first person, he hears it, he bounces out of bed. Just bounds out of bed. Me? No. It automatically, that blaring noise first thing in the morning automatically just sends me into a panic or heart racing mode. And I believe it's because I'm dealing with the anxiety. So before, I would get up, jump out of bed, and come out here, and automatically my mind would start racing on everything that I had to get done. Had to get the boys' lunches done, had to get my husband's lunch done, and all of that. And that is all as I'm trying to drink something caffeinated. So here's some things that I've been working on over the last week and weekend and today. And today was the first time where I actually felt so much more relaxed, which has helped me with focusing this morning. So alarm clock went off at 5:30. I got up, turned it off. I hate that alarm clock. And I have a question for you guys. So bear with me here. Talk about focus. So this morning I got up, turned the alarm clock off, and then I did a slow wake up. I just didn't bound out of bed. I had time this morning to be able to do it. So I didn't bound out of bed. I laid there for a little bit, said a prayer, thanking God for today and that what I was grateful for. And then I would roll over and pet my puppies. And I just took a half an hour to get out of bed. Wow, what a difference. What a difference. If you have the ability to do that, I'm telling you, it will change everything. It'll change that morning routine. So by doing that, I didn't feel that instant heart racing right when I got out of bed. Another thing, I did not look at my phone right out of bed. Normally, I will get up, come out here, grab a cup of tea, look at the phone, and then start making lunches. I didn't do it today. Why? Because it puts you in that reactionary mode, which, depending on what you're reacting to, can cause you that stress. So all of a sudden, your anxiety, stress, cortisol's raised, and that makes it actually harder to focus. I did not know that originally. But anyways, so we did a slow morning. I got up, instead of going straight for my cup of tea, which is a caffeinated English breakfast or Earl Grey tea. Instead of doing that right away, I drank my water right away. I hydrated before I caffeinated. And that's one thing that they talk about in the adrenal support to be able to do is don't put the caffeine in first thing the moment you get up. Try drinking water first. You can put a little sea salt in it or lemon or something like that, but hydrating your body before you're caffeinating. So I tried it and it was a success. It has been a success. I really put it into focus today. I've been doing it over the weekend, but I don't have that get up and start doing things right away. I didn't have to race out of the house to go to my grandkids or something like that. So I started it. How many of you wake up with a slow wake up or do you bound out of bed, go grab the coffee and start the day because you've got to race and get out the door? Leave it in the comments below. Today's tea is dandelion tea. So if you have been in the Midwest and you have been in 5 days of rain, I am with you, absolutely with you. Today, the sun is shining and no rain, although it's cold. But I thought for spring, I had to go out, get in the sun, and I picked some of the flowers that were around the house to put on the table. I was just so tired of the gloom and all the rain. So I thought we would have some dandelion tea in celebration of a beautiful spring day. Dandelion tea is actually very good for your liver, and it has some added vitamins as well. But let's go back to the alarm clock because I have some questions for you. Does anybody have a sunrise alarm clock? This is something that I have been looking into, and frankly, I got some birthday money and I hate my alarm clock. Like I said, it just sends the anxiety through me. The sunrise clock is supposed to slowly wake you up. So it mimics the sun coming up, and then you hear birds chirping and all that kind of stuff. And it's supposed to help reduce stress. It also has like white noise if you have problems going to sleep. If any of you have one of these, could you leave it in the comments below? Because I don't know if it's going to work for us with my husband's schedule, but I would love to get one so that I don't have that blaring alarm clock. So please, if you have one, let me know, and let me know if you like it or you don't like it. Was it a waste of money? Anything like that. And I'll keep you updated on if I actually do get one. Anyways. Cheers. The dandelion tea kind of has a nutty flavor to it. It's not bitter or anything. It just has kind of that nutty flavor, but it is very good. So what else am I doing to combat? Well, we've talked about the lists, but again, it's a lot of my focus, and I can't seem to come out of this multitasking world that I was in for so long. So I am moving to a slower pace, and I'm going to try it, and I will keep you guys updated on it. Now, when I say slower pace, I'm not meaning that I'm not getting anything done. I am just going to focus on one task and getting it completed. Did you know that multitasking means that you are 40% less productive when you're multitasking or task stopping? Meaning you're doing one task and you get pulled away to another, and then you're doing one task and you get pulled away to another, and then you're always trying to come back, which actually does curate more stress in your body. So I'm going to be focusing on slowing down. Yes. If any of you have slowed down in midlife, please put it in the comments below. Give us some ideas of what you can do, because I know I have a community here of women and we are all around the same age. If you're a little bit older than us and you have slowed down, leave it in the comments. Let us know what techniques or things that you've done that has changed your life so that maybe you focus more and you're not so exhausted. You know, I can get tired, but my mind goes, I'm exhausted, but what have I completed? Like, I just feel like I need to get these lists done. And you know what? It's spring cleaning time. How many of you are just saying, I'm ditching spring cleaning? If that's you, let me know. Because frankly, I'll give you a little secret. Last year in April, I ditched spring cleaning. I didn't do it, which means this year it really needs to get done. I have curtains that need to come down and get washed. I have this window behind us, which is actually a French door that we had to put plastic up on it because it was so drafty. But in the spring and summer, I love to open these doors because I can hear the creek and I can hear the birds, and it's a great airflow. So I have to get that taken care of. I still have peppers, and I have cayenne peppers hanging all over my house. Yes, I put them up to dry. Well, they're dry now. And so I need to get those blended up for my red pepper flakes. The list goes on. But each day I find it harder and harder to focus on the lists. I really do. So we are going to continue mind dumping on our lists, and we are going to slow down. At least I am. If you're with me, I challenge you, take this. If you're feeling the same way that I do, take this challenge with me, and we can keep each other updated on it. But let's focus and on one task at a time and see if we can retrain ourselves. And then when we're tired, taking that break. Instead of reaching for a cup of coffee or a cup of caffeinated tea, take the break and maybe reach for something that is more healthy for our adrenals. I do hear matcha is very good for the adrenals, or even some herbal teas, those types of things. But let's try. Let's see what we can do. So this week, we are embracing slow living while we are taking care of some spring cleaning. And I have some DIY tips for you on that. And then we are also going to be sharing some meals with you that are quick 30-minute meals that are wholesome and good for you, but do not keep you in the kitchen that long. So if you are interested in all of that, please like and subscribe. We would love to have you join us again. In the meantime, cheers to embracing a slower life and figuring out how to focus, de-stress, and start off our day a little bit slower. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope to see you back on Wednesday. I am so excited. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.